I just realized that if you really want to do something that you're really keen and really interested to do, for example, it could be like making videos like me, like this, or like editing, or like learning an instrument, whatever that suits you, whatever that interests you. But what is like, no matter what it is, don't let yourself get distracted. It will cost you an entire lifetime that doesn't, of course, get back. If you really want to get good at, for example, dancing, you have to do what it takes. You have to sacrifice, you have to pay for what needs to be done. Not like, oh, I like doing this, so I like doing this every day. No, that is a wrong concept. That is why people still fail and still keep failing, because they don't understand this concept that if they like doing something for the beginning and for the starting time, they think that they'll feel like this throughout the journey. But if you really love something doing, you have to, like, it's just like being in a relationship. If you really love that person, if you really are like invested into that person, you must do whatever it takes to keep that person happy, because that's where you also get your happiness back, isn't it? You have to, for example, show up even if you don't feel like it, because the person has to be happy. Of like, the person has to be happy. Of course, you have to take care of yourself, but like, for example, you're just feeling a down emotion, but you can't let your partner feel the same way. So like, you show up to them and like, you say, hi, hello, how are you? Oh, I am not feeling good, but I'll still interact with you anyway because I just love you, and like that. And if you do the same thing with whatever career, whatever business, whatever craft, that is the better word, whatever craft you're doing, that is how it goes. That is how long-term relationships are made, just like in real life with partners. How about you copy the same concept and apply it on your career, on your craft? How about that? Just make it make sense, bruv. Like, if you really love something doing, it doesn't mean that you always love the person every day. Of course not. You will sometimes feel like resentment, you'll feel angry, you will sometimes feel bad. Not sometimes, maybe for the person, maybe not for the person, but still, you're committed to them. Love isn't just a feeling. Of course, everybody, like, for the people I'm making this video, I think everybody knows that love isn't just a feeling, or like a moment a person feels. It's a commitment. Like, you love that person, you're going to love that person. Okay, you might not feel bad, or you might not feel the same way. Okay, that's another concept. But like, if you are of like, I don't think love, but would be better word. Dating, yes. If you're dating someone, it is a commitment. You have to date that person. You can like get out of the date scene with the person. Like, you can break up. That is a separate thing. But like, if you're dating, you have to date. You can't be like doing other things. Like in a date, you can't of course you can't like flirt with other girls. You have to be, you're like, how there's not, of course, it's like a trait of a bad person. Just like similarly, if you really were dating a craft, your career, you shouldn't be like do other craft and start another thing. Like, for example, people do always like this, like, oh, I'm doing business, and then I will do more and more things, and like, in all of the things they mess up and none of them go boom. But if you just dialed in on one thing specifically, lock in, then it will take you far distances, and it will really, like, just like dating, if you commit to the person really like so badly, if you commit to the person, to eventually become a marriage, and like what, happy long live life. happy ever after, just like that. If you just commit to that goal, I mean, if you just commit to that career, if you just commit to that craft of yours, something that you want to do from here, then you should do it, no matter how you feel like it. If you want to study, okay, study. You will of course not feel good always studying. There will be some bad times. For example, like your pet died, or like I forbid God doing this, but like I wish not God, like circumstances become like this, but for example, your parents die, like that is a bad thing. But and yes, you will grieve about that, you will be sad, and like after the loss you will be traumatized, like oh my god, my parents died, but like still they're gone now. And like no matter how painful it might be to accept it, it's life. And so really you have to move on, and then after moving on you have to again focus on that craft, because no matter how you feel, like you have to focus on that craft because you've dedicated to it. You've dedicated 5 years, for example, in that craft. Like for example, in this context, taking being a musician, like 5 years you have dedicated your life into 5 years, and then suddenly one of your family members dies, and then you're like, oh my god, what is this? Would I be able to continue my music career? And like, but bro, your mother died because of nature. She didn't die to hold you back in your life. Like if she were here, she would always want you to know, don't grieve about my death. You are living, make the best out of it. I'm always here. She'll say that. So you have to do your best. Make the best. Do your best on whatever you feel like you have to do the best. I feel like I have to do best on my studies and on YouTube. That's why I'm doing my best. What did you feel? What did you think? Like I felt like doing video, and so I just hopped on this mobile camera and like switched on my video and like, hey, hello guys. No, it's not like that. In every video, by far, so far, I just never felt like making videos, because first it feels awkward, and second, the resistance to do the thing. It's just like before studying you feel like, oh, I don't want to study, but bro, you have committed to it. You want to do good in if you want to really do good in it, if you really want to commit to that thing, you have to dial in and lock in, like the Gen Zs say. I mean, I'm also Gen Z, like, okay. And then like you have to really commit to the thing if you really want to achieve something out of anything. And like if you think like, oh, I'll do 10 different things and I'll get done, and then I'll get 10 medals in life, 10 achievements, I'll be successful in all the 10. No, not like that, bro. First it starts from one. Did Mukesh Ambani started oil company, this steel company, car company, and this, maybe, I don't know, this, what is this, what was it, jewelry company, Tanaj, I don't know, I forgot. Like all at the same time? No, one step at a time. First it came the steel, and then the car, then step by step, everything from when one established, they hopped on another, like that, one by one. When you dial in one thing, and when it gets successful, when it is making you good enough, not outside money, but like, of course money matters, but like when it's making you satisfied, then you hop on to another, like that. You do it one by one. You see you see the influencers, like the study, and like, not study influencer, like those that student, the thumbnail, like they're jacked, they have body, they have like 100% in exams, and they also know 100 instruments at the same time, and they know German, Turkish, every language, and then they're like good in also badminton sports, and then they're also like good at everything, and it's all risky, but at the same time, and like, oh my god, everything. No, they did the study first, and then they felt like shit because they didn't look good, so they got on gym, and so they felt like, okay, I should also spend more time in making my hobbies, and so they got on sports, they got on music, like that, step by step. It makes sense, but that is what not people trying to make it make sense, guys. So many people in this world are so nonsense. Like, they have logic and they choose to not use it. God bless them, I guess. But anyways, yeah, what I'm trying to say is that, bro, lock in on one thing, one step at a time. One step. Man, you still have to do whatever it means it needs to be done, because that is what you feel called to. That is what that is what your purpose. That is what you feel attracted to. That is what you feel like you have to do. You have to do this. You have to do that. If you really get a feeling that, oh, I must be, for example, a cricketer, then you have to do what a cricketer has done. Like, they have sacrificed so much, and the greater the sacrifice, the greater the results. It is that simple. They sacrifice, of course, first level 1, the feelings. Second number, and then first level, I think it's feelings. Second level, it's their social life. Third level, but with every level it gets harder and harder to sacrifice. It's feelings, not that easy, but you'll get here if you just lock in for 1 year, which is like, of course, not like anybody can do it. 1 year locking in, they are like, oh my god, 1 year locking in. You might be thinking, oh, it's so easy, but like, bro, I'm telling you, 1 year, when you just remove all the distractions and you just focus on that particular thing, you're just cooked. I'm saying it myself, and I'm also living it. And like, I'd never like doing anything. I don't wake up on from my bed at 7:30 or 7 in the morning and feel like, oh my goodness, I will conquer this world. Oh no, bro, it's not like that. It's not like that. You have to do everything, no matter what it feels like. Okay, you might be feeling not well. That is a physical and like a health condition. Like, you're not feeling well, take a day off. What's the big deal? But if you're not feeling up to it, if you're not feeling like doing it, then if you take 1 day off on basis of that thing, that 1 day will turn into a century, and then you will be lying on the deathbed and thinking, gosh, I really did nothing, isn't it? And that is the sad ending. That is the sad ending of life. The happy ending, people like, I think people like Mr. Beast, people like, what is this, Isosphere, they will die with a smile on their face. You know why? Because they are doing everything in this world, but they were a loser. They weren't born like this. They made it like that. There ain't no motivation. Motivation is okay, maximum it can last for 1 week and it feels good. But real motivation is when you know your purpose, you know the why behind every action. And when you know your why, you can pass through not anyhow, but any house of your